You're listening to the Spirit Podcast.
Welcome back, dear listeners, to Beyond the Veil, where the normal is just a setting on your dryer and the strange is our daily bread. I'm Beck, your guide through the latest and greatest in the world of weird, the wonderful, and the downright wacky. Joining me, as always, is the ever-enigmatic Rachel, who insists that her coffee is haunted because it always disappears when she looks away. Hey, Rach.
I think my coffee's haunting me as we speak, Beck.
It is. Is it delicious?
Oh, it is. Shout out to Chock full of nuts.
Not sponsored, but if you'd like to sponsor us.
Right.
Well, grab your sage sticks, charge those crystals, and let's get into this week's offerings from the Bizarre Buffet. The internet recently had a collective meltdown over rumors that the infamous Annabelle doll, yes, that Annabelle, had escaped her glass prison.
Oh, no.
Videos circulated online, conspiracy forums erupted, and for a brief moment, it felt like 2020 all over again. But alas, the New England Society for Psychic Research confirmed that she hadn't moved an inch. Still, the panic was real. Rach, do you think this kind of widespread hysteria shows how much we still buy into the power of cursed objects, or are we just hungry for something to fear together?
A lot of us are collectively addicted to the feeling of fear and chaos, especially, throwback to 2020. We were all so addicted to the fear and the unknown. But it's Annabelle. I mean,
It is. It's Annabelle.
I ain't messing with Annabelle.
Meanwhile, up in the stars, astronomers are scratching their heads over a new cosmic anomaly. This object, emitting intense X-rays and radio waves every 44 minutes, doesn't quite match anything we've documented before. Some suggest it's a new type of neutron star. Others say it's something entirely outside of our current understanding. Doesn't this sound like the kind of thing we'd read in a sci-fi script, and yet here we are facing it in reality? Could we be seeing evidence of cosmic intelligence or phenomena we're just not evolved enough to interpret?
Yeah, definitely, because we are absolutely not evolved enough, I will tell you that. And there's definitely so much far beyond out there, beyond our understanding for sure.
Cavemen, Rach. We're cavemen.
We are.
Fire. Booga booga.
Computing.
This one reads like a dystopian spy novel. The FBI is actively investigating an AI-powered scam where someone used a cloned voice to impersonate White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles, soliciting money, pardon lists, and influence. This isn't some tinfoil conspiracy. It's real, and it's happening now. In an age where AI can fake our voices, faces, even emotions. How do we preserve trust in what's next? AI ghosts?
It's going to be like those shows where there's going to be two of us and you have to be like, no, I'm the real me. You got to kill that one.
Right. It's so true.
I know.
I don't know if we can really fight the machine anymore, but I think there should be a label on it now. I think in order to generate these AI movies and AI voices and all that, there should be a little stamp on it.
There should be something. It should be illegal to not address that it is AI, especially on TikTok. There's a lot of shit out there, and you're like, what is this? Then you go in the comments, they're like, well, this is clearly AI, and I'm like, is it clearly AI?
Yeah, I don't see the watermark for AI. I don't know. In a video that went viral globally, people in China were seen hanging themselves from their necks using padded straps in public parks. Their claim? That it cures insomnia. The visual...
What? I think you're going in a deeper sleep.
The visual alone was enough to send chills down spines, and while doctors have chimed in with serious concerns, the trend continues. Rach, what does this say about our collective desperation to find peace or rest And is there a darker, maybe even spiritual implication here that we're not addressing?
Just stop exposing yourself to so much blue light. You don't have to go out and hang yourself at the park. Drink some chamomile tea.
Isn't there any ancient Chinese secret out there besides hanging yourself from a tree?
Oh my God, this is natural selection at its finest, Beck.
Sophie Morelli's haunting poetic account of Mabel Smith Douglas, whose perfectly preserved body was found in Lake Placid decades after her mysterious disappearance, has brought renewed attention to this eerie tale. Local folklore has long held that the Lady of the Lake calls to those with unfinished business. How do you think stories like this continue to echo through time, and what makes a ghost story last generations?
Well, definitely just the process of storytelling and it getting repeated, and if there's literature out there, but also the sightings. It makes me think of the Adirondacks and Moose Lake, the woman there, if you've heard of that tale.
Is it different than the Lady in the Lake?
The woman in Moose Lake back, I don't know, over 100 years ago, she was running away with this man and he actually wasn't having it, and he killed her with a tennis racket in the lake, hit her in the head, and she drowned in the lake. So when you go up there in that spot in Moose Lake, people have seen her.
Ooh. Well, I guess those stories do make lasting impressions through generations.
But especially, think about it, it's water. Energy, water.
Yeah.
Someone died in the water. That's a lot of
Echoes.
Yeah, and current to keep that spirit showing up.
Two boys in Poland stumbled upon a sealed glass bottle containing a heartfelt love letter dated over 60 years ago. The romantic artifact sent the internet on a collective mission to find the author or the intended recipient. Does this speak to the soul's urge to be remembered, to be witnessed, even decades later?
I think it's awesome. It's just the fact that it's that old and to find that, but not a reliable way to send a message.
No. Message in a bottle. You've heard of the Bermuda Triangle, but how about its colder cousin? The Alaska Triangle is home to one of the highest numbers of unexplained disappearances on Earth. Since the 1970s, over 20,000 people have vanished within this enigmatic zone. Some blame magnetic anomalies. Others whisper about portals, cryptids, or even alien involvement. Why do you think so many of these stories go overlooked by mainstream media?
Probably because it's not gaining anything. But I wonder if that area is the same area. Did you ever watch The Fourth Kind?
Yeah.
That movie creeped me out. I wonder if that is in the same zone as The Fourth Kind.
That's a good question.
Abductions.
But was that real? I think that was fictional.
No, they had the side by side, the acting and the real interviews with them. They put it side by side.
Oh.
There was a woman, she really went through it, and she was so traumatized. When you see her in the end, like, she is just, I don't know, shell.
Are we finally ready to explore the deeper patterns hiding in these mysteries?
I'm ready.
I didn't even need to ask that question.
Right.
Launching this year, Phantasm Collective is an Irish paranormal documentary that blends scientific investigation with spiritual inquiry. It's a beautiful, moody, mist-filled exploration of haunted castles, elemental beings, and psychological hauntings. How do you think shows like this help validate the experiences of people who've had encounters that science can't or won't explain?
I just think it helps when other people experience the things that you experience, and you're just like, yes, I am validated. This is a thing that I went through, because a lot of people won't talk about it or haven't talked about it. So it's really hard when you have gone through an experience and someone hasn't, because they will try to debunk you through and through. So it's nice to have these shows. They're comforting.
I think so.
And scary for some people. but
that's a good thing sometimes. Maybe people need to get scared or
it's fun.
even see that.
Yeah, it's good to get scared. It's good for you.
Caterina Legato isn't just performing exorcisms. She's becoming a go-to spiritual consultant for billionaires, realtors, and even skeptics. With over 5,000 homes cleansed, her toolkit includes crystal wands, spiritual sprays, and direct communication with spirits. And she's not hiding in the shadows anymore. She's public, professional, and getting results. When I moved in here, I needed to do that all myself.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a good vibe. Could this be the new frontier in real estate?
If I'm going to purchase a home and they say we've had this spiritually cleansed of any residual energy of the trauma of the past, you'd be like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Maybe we should start that business.
Maybe we should. I'm always cleansing people's houses.
Make a little side hustle here.
For free.
I know, for free. Rolling Hills Asylum ghost hunt is happening. This isn't your average overnight trip. Participants reported disembodied whispers, cold spots, and even shadowy figures roaming the halls. Rolling Hills remains one of the most notoriously active locations in America, and it's not slowing down. Rach, why do you think we're so drawn to these places? Is it the thrill of fear, or is it something deeper like seeking evidence of life beyond the veil?
Well, in a place like that, it's just creepy in general. So I think that's going to charge your adrenaline, and that's just going to be a rush. And also, it's the easy place. Easy, I don't know if that's really the word I want, but it's a place where there's just so much that you're gonna experience something. Like, you will feel something when you're there, but it's not necessarily good to go and feel that, but people just want to feel it.
Yeah, see, I've always had a problem with this because I had friends that invited me on these things.
Mm-hmm.
And first of all, no, you're never going to catch me in an asylum. Anywhere where there was torture, suffering, anything like that. Why would you want to be around beings that have endured that? They're not going to be enlightened.
No.
But I think the biggest thing was there was a contract you had to sign saying that you would not cross them. How crazy is that?
Wow.
Yeah. You weren't allowed to smoke on the property because of phantom smells. You weren't allowed this. You weren't allowed that. And you weren't allowed to cross them. Which seems so unfair and uncool.
Oh, you mean make them cross? I thought you meant like don't cross me.
No,
you know
I
what
meant
mean?
like cross them to the other side. Like you couldn't go in and release them.
Well, then that is extra, that energy. If they know that it's like a ghost zoo.
Right. A ghost zoo.
That is not good.
There's got to be karma that comes down on those owners, right?
And if you're not allowed to cross them, what is the chances that they're going, especially if you are not protected, they're going to latch onto you. They're going to be the Haunted Mansion hitchhiking ghosts.
It happens all the time.
The crazy ones, too.
Yeah.
The asylum ones. Is that really what you want?
Right. Ask yourself, people, is that what you want?
Hey, Spirit Seekers. Enjoying the show? Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to the Spirit. Leave us a review on Apple or Spotify and share the love. We drop a new video every week on our YouTube channel covering paranormal, conspiracy, high strangeness, and more. Have questions or want to share your own spooky story? Drop us a line at tothespiritpod@gmail.com. Stay spirited.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sleep catch me howling at the moon.
The History Channel's hit series expands its investigation zone. Beyond Skinwalker Ranch Season 3, the season takes viewers to new locations filled with UFO sightings, poltergeist activity, and government secrecy. Are we seeing a lot of soft disclosure strategy unfold through entertainment, Rach?
I mean, there's always messages and everything. In the movies we watch, the stories we hear. It's a little bit of desensitization.
Desensitization. What in the hell is wrong with us?
There's a lot of desensitizing.
There we go.
Little by little. So by the time the aliens do show up, we're going to be like, who cares?
You think people are finally paying attention?
The community on TikTok's paying attention because that's all I'm fed all the time is tons of people talking about it.
Skinwalker Ranch in general or just all of it?
Just in general.
Right.
I mean,
all the UFO, poltergeist, government secrecy stuff.
Yeah. I don't think any of it's really surprising. Tell us. I think we're just at that point that we feel like we're all being extremely gaslit all the time.
Yeah, we are. We're being gaslit all the time.
We're over it. Just rip the Band-Aid. It's time.
I think we should start some bonus segments in our news because sometimes there's just not enough news, you know?
Right.
So one of the bonus segments I was thinking of is, wait, what did I just hear? A strange quote of the week. We'll pick one quote that stopped us in our tracks. And this week's entry is, "The ghost didn't bother us until we moved the garden gnome." That was said by a homeowner in Yorkshire, UK, after reporting daily poltergeist activity that began, immediately after shifting a ceramic gnome. Are garden gnomes secretly ancient sentinels of spiritual order, or are we just witnessing the world's weirdest turf war?
There might be something behind the gnomes. I myself have a little collection of gnomes in my home.
Oh, you like the gnome. See, Kat's a gnome person. She would be a gnome collector if we had the space.
Yeah, my mom was a gnome collector, and I have my own little display of gnomes. Have you ever played The Sims 4, I think it is? You can have gnomes, and they're quite mischievous.
Oh.
They're little lawn gnomes, but all of a sudden there's a fire in your house, and the gnome's in there. And and they're little pesky assholes.
I don't think I like gnomes. What if we do another bonus segment? Let's let the listeners decide which bonus segment they like, or maybe we can alternate them. What if we did another one called From the Archives, a strange tale from history?
Oh, I love history.
In the year 1518, the city of Strasbourg was gripped by a dancing plague. It began with one woman dancing alone in the street. Days passed, she was joined by dozens, men and women who could not stop dancing. No music, no festivity, just relentless, involuntary movement. Some reportedly danced themselves to death from exhaustion or heart failure. The cause remains unknown. Theories range from mass psychogenic illness to moldy rye bread triggering hallucinations. Is this a cautionary tale about repression and collective trauma, or one of the strangest spiritual outbreaks in recorded history?
I believe that was the first rave.
Without glow sticks or EDM.
No candy necklaces.
Spirit tech. Weird tech with spiritual claims. This week's entry is the Soul Tuner 9. retailing at a crisp $444. This spiritual harmonizer claims to align your soul with galactic frequencies using bioresonance-infused copper coils and AI-calibrated cosmic tone maps. Yes, it's a wearable device that gently buzzes when your aura is out of sync with the quantum rhythm of the Earth grid. Don't worry, there's an app for that. Testimonials on their website say it can reverse karmic fatigue, unknot energy cords from toxic exes, attract higher vibe timelines, and possibly romantic partners. It's like if a tuning fork, a mood ring, and a moon rock had a baby, and then that baby went to Burning Man. If tech like this actually worked, what would be your go-to function? Aura adjustment, past life recall, ghost mute button?
I'd be using it to talk to the ghosts. I'd be like manipulating it for spirit communication. All that other stuff I can do on my own. I don't need the copper coils to do that shit. But if I could have clear, concise EVPs, that's all we want, Beck.
I know. I would pay the $444 for that.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, it'd take me a while to save up, but... Now it's time for some listener lore tales from the Veil, submitted anonymously from Ohio.
Ooh.
I've never told anyone this, but it's been over 20 years, and I still remember the sound. When I was 11, my family moved into a house built in the late 1800s. It had that old paper-thin wallpaper, creaky stairs, and a cold spot on the second floor that no heater could fix. But the weirdness didn't start until my mom began restoring the attic. It's always during restorations, Rach.
They don't like it.
She found a small wooden trunk full of yellowed baby clothes, brittle newspaper clippings, and an old porcelain doll wrapped in lace.
Oh, a doll. No.
Are you yawning?
Yeah, it's the ghost coffee.
After that, we started hearing footsteps at night, always in the attic, always pacing. One night I woke up to the sound of a baby crying, not loudly, just enough to make my skin crawl. I checked my little brother's room. He was fast asleep, but the crying continued from the attic. The next morning, my mom told me she had a dream. A baby had been left in the attic, wrapped in lace. We burned the doll that night. The crying never returned, but neither did the warmth in that house. I swear it still watches the hallway. And there it is, our first tale from the Veil. Thank you to our brave anonymous listener from Ohio for stepping forward. Whether spirit, echo, or something left unresolved, these stories remind us not everything stays buried. Rach, have you ever heard a sound or had a dream that felt like it didn't come from you at all?
Definitely had dreams that were not of the subconscious mind. One specific time, it was freaky. I went to my boyfriend's sister's school for a play, and it's an old private Catholic school, and it gives me the creeps. And the energy there, I don't know. I went home, I went to bed, and it was damn near a psychic attack. It was like this whole group of ghost people that I never knew. They all were like surrounding me and telling me all their stuff. One of them I really didn't like, and I had to get away from them. So I didn't like that at all.
What? You had a whole crew ghost hitchhike.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. So if I go to that school, I got to guard myself. I don't like that school.
Don't say the school or otherwise we'll get sued.
I know. No, they can't afford it. Or maybe they would sue because they need the money.
Probably.
You don't have to put that in.
I won't. And finally, on May 28th, 2025, the alpine village of Blatten in Switzerland's Valais region was nearly obliterated when the Birch Glacier collapsed. unleashing a massive landslide of ice, rock, and mud. Did you see those films, Rach, of this happening?
I have not.
There are videos all over the place right now of this happening where the glacier the town is gone. Everything's gone.
Wow.
Fortunately, all 300 residents have been evacuated earlier in May due to warning signs of instability.
That's good.
However, one person remains missing, and the disaster has blocked the Lanza River, forming a lake that threatens further flooding. Experts attribute the collapse to climate change-induced melting of permafrost, which destabilized the glacier. With natural disasters like this becoming more frequent, do you think we're witnessing Earth's way of expressing unrest, or is it merely a consequence of our environmental impact?
I'm thinking maybe we should start building some arcs.
We need to build some arcs. I'll put it in the right side of my lawn, Rach.
Yeah.
We'll do it by the cubits, like how God said. We'll bring 2x2s. We'll leave some of the bugs, though, okay?
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
bringing the bugs.
We bring the
We're
bugs.
just bringing the kitties and the doggies. And
Well, we have to not just one of each or whatever. We got to have a lot of cats. Maybe we could find.
we'll just save all the cats.
Yeah, just the cats.
I just think something's going on. There's a lot of talk about volcanoes under the oceans right now, all over the damn place. Earthquakes, strange weather phenomenons, spring in the sky,
Yeah.
clouds, weird suns, planets that are coming in, and, glaciers that are just melting and wiping villages off the map.
I wonder if there's anything in those glaciers.
You mean like weird worms or something that might come back?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I bet there is.
Or animals or whatever.
Yeah, there probably is, and we'll probably take them out and clone them and start reseeding the earth with them.
Yeah, bring that kind of energy. The earth is like, oh, you want this back?
I'm leaving. We're going to be on the ark if you guys need us.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Well, that's a wrap on this week's ride through the rift. Whether it's disappearing politicians in Alaska, haunted heirlooms, or psychic pets, remember, reality is stranger than fiction, and fiction is just reality in disguise.
Amen.
Stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep listening.
To Beyond the Veil.
To the spirit.
Podcast.
Supernatural science.
Aliens. Ghost.
Psychic. Mystic.
Spirits.
Divine source.
Heaven. The dead. It's magic.